A building in chaos for a policy in ruins. John Major arrived in Downing Street 3 hours ago, still with the builders there. The policy he conceived as Chancellor and carried out as Prime Minister in tatters. But it's the present Chancellor, Norman Lamont, who may be feeling the political heat most this morning.
Certainly there is a problem of credibility.
With both the Chancellor and the Prime Minister, or just the Chancellor?
I think with the Chancellor.
And do you think that your colleagues will be asking for him to go?
Some of them may, but I personally would not lead the pack. What we need is a policy, not a scapegoat.
And that I'm sure each one is examining their conscience and their contribution to policy within the Cabinet, even as we're talking. And that's not the important point. The important point is to get the correct policy, and the people will follow from that.
From the Liberal Democrats, there was derision at the idea that we might go back to floating exchange rates.
If it really is to be free fall, it will be the economic equivalent of bungee jumping. Dazzling falls checked by jerked up interest rates. It's not a sport I fancy, and it's not a way of life which many homeowners and businesses would choose.
But they fought, they tried to stand by their policy. Now, but as Mrs. Thatcher said, you can't buck the markets in the end, and something had to give, and in the end, our membership of the ERM gave.
A short time ago, the Labour leader again called for urgent action to help the British economy.
The bizarre and chaotic events of yesterday, when the government lost control of economic policy, revealed the muddle and confusion which lies right at the heart of Mr. John Major's government.
And in the last few minutes, the emergency cabinet meeting has broken up. The Chancellor of the Exchequer leaving number 10 with no word on his next move.
Are you going to resign, Mr. Lamont?
And we also learnt this morning that unemployment has risen to its highest level for 5 years. August's increase was twice as bad as analysts had been expecting. 2.8 million people are now out of work. That's 9.9% of the population. Jo Andrews, ITN, Westminster.